Hey everybody, I'm Max Rainwater. Here's how to stop screeching on fiddle. So to stop screeching on the violin, it's going to be a whole body exercise. So first, let's just make sure our arms are free to move. We reach them up and allow them gently to come back down. Up and gently feel this falling motion. Now if I stop here, I don't feel like I'm having to hoist up my arm. I'm feeling like it came down into a resting posture that's still active and ready. Somewhat like a tennis player, baseball bat, golfer, you name it. You're going to have an active, ready stance. As opposed to having the arms weakly by the sides, consider having them elevated and then relaxing into a ready state to support. Here comes the violin. Let's hold it on the shoulder. Forget about the neck of the violin because this is going to introduce a lot of tension to some people's playing. Tension on the left is going to come out as tension on the right. That's called reflection. Before we make a sustained tone, let's practice the attack. Let's practice how are we going to get a nice start to our sound with pizzicato. Pizzicato in rhythm, 60 beats per minute, will make your arm activate and create some fluid motion. Let's see, I'm going to go for probably 2 measures, maybe more. Ready, go. I have to get more active or I won't be on time. And 1, and 2, and feeling a lot better now. Okay. You can kind of see the mimicry of the bow movement in the pizzicato. And by pizzicatoing, I'm getting my arm really active because my fingertip has to reach the string. So that's like being right down at the frog. All right, so the factors that keep the bow on track. If the bow stays on track, there's no added noise in the signal from the bow hair scraping over the string as it goes along. If the bow is tracking over the string throughout the course of the bow stroke, that's the noise that's being added. Number 1 is a bow grip that allows the bow to rock over the scroll, over towards the scroll. If your bow grip is way too far out here in your fingers, the tendency is going to be to allow that bow to rock back in towards the bridge, and that's going to allow the bow to slide out towards the fingerboard and lose some signal. So the rock angle of the bow and the contact point of the bow hair to the string are both very important. So try to keep your bow between the bridge and the fingerboard, and try to keep the rock of the bow a little bit over the top, but the bow hair stays flat. The bow hair is all on the string with a little bit of rock, and that's gonna help drive the bow in towards the bridge. By rocking a little bit, the mass of the bow wants to send it in towards the bridge, and then you can work to stay on a consistent contact point. But even before we put the bow on the string, we have one more key ingredient not to forget. That is rosin. Rosin is so important, so really scrub the rosin on. Too much rosin, not a problem. Too little rosin, big problem. So scrub that rosin on, and if you've got too much and it's coming off in clouds, just wipe it off your strings. And the alternative of having too little rosin, the bow's not going to be able to have enough friction mechanically before you add the complexity of actually having to move it. We just need more friction between the bow hair and the strings. That's what rosin is so good for. So get good rosin and use a lot of it. All right, now it's time to put the bow on the string. We're going to make a long tone, and with the idea in mind that we're going to come down from above. So lowering the bow to around the silver, sustain now. There's a tricky spot. Don't go all the way to the frog. Try to control silence and control tone. And when you feel comfortable, start trying to blend those notes together. Once you can create a sustained tone, Let's try starting and stopping the bow along bow stroke. So 4 short notes per bow. So first I'll try it on the up. Then I'm going to swap and put the short notes on the down. Short notes. Taking a little weight out, stopping the bow cleanly, trying to keep my arm as active as I can. So activate your arm, add weight into the string. If you do get a little crunch, get like a tennis player ready to take a shot. You're gonna elevate a tiny bit, feel like levitating a little bit. Now you get a nice, smooth bite to the string rather than too much crunch in there. So too much weight will cause a crunch. Too much speed will cause that's speeding the bow. So analyze your own tone for those different components. Practice these visualizing elements of relaxing into your violin posture, and then try to pizzicato on the beat and see if your active arm can help you get a feeling of flow that can then translate into the bow. Good luck. Hope this helped.